Oh, what a night. Actually, we'll do the Biz Markie version. Oh, what a night. Ladies know his name is Charlie. And everywhere they go, they rise with. But now he's in for a night. Now he's in for a Welcome to another glorious edition of Midnights with Marcus Maven. Please take a moment to let me know you're in the building. Please take a moment to introduce yourself. And because Lady Lauren so requested it to start the show, I would be remiss if I didn't get us started out right. Touching you like goodness, sweet Caroline. Fuck you, Kate. Times never seemed so good. So good, so good, so good. I decline. Fuck you, Kate. To believe they never would. Their words, not mine. Why do you think we have to do disclaimers nowadays? That's why we got to go through the trouble of disclaimers, because everybody gets in their feelings. Hey, I can't help it if Evansville got some kind of energy. I can't help it if Evansville got some kind of energy for the University of Kentucky. What am I supposed to do about that? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I do have the plug in case we're ready to make it happen. So what do we do here? What do we do here? Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in the door. It's like wiping your feet. It's like saying hello. I tell you what, also, for the midnight listeners, If I don't follow you on Twitter, follow me now. I'll follow you back. Because I want to do another quick Twitter following spree to get all the people who really follow me, so we can all be friends. Steve Johnson in the house. Lauren, what's going on? Vaughn, follow. Oh, Lauren. Cheers, everybody. Cheers for Lauren. That opening request was for Lauren. Steve Johnson in the building. Bradley, what's good, everybody? We're going to listen to the post-game show only if you want to. Listen, I'm the DJ. UK post-game. Meow. Oh, goodness. Should have focused on LSU instead. They talking to you about as you. I know. I was thinking about that too, y'all. I was thinking about a lot of that stuff. I was thinking about that. Cause listen, as soon as the game was over, like I was on my way to Kroger, and I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about how, first of all, I want to apologize to Coach Mack and the rest of my team, and Jalen Withers, and Noah Locke, and Malik Williams, and all the players on my team that I've been so hard on. I just want to give them all a collective hug and apologize. Coach, I've been way too hard on y'all. I've been way too hard on my players. Okay, I mean, listen, we can definitely do the post game if y'all want to. Oh, stay safe. Stay safe. Glad you're feeling better though, man. Get that ginger in you, man. Get that ginger, get that turmeric, get that vitamin C, get some exercise in. You do have some natural defenses as well. Oh, I couldn't see that. UK wasn't. They love you. I know. I was just thinking about that. And I'm just like, I mean, I just had so much fun wearing my red all the time. I'm telling y'all, I have so much fun. Like watching them just try to copy everything we do. Y'all remember, listen, y'all remember how stupid this was? Do y'all remember how stupid this was? Do y'all remember when we first realized that it looked like two birds on top of each other? The UK logo was two birds literally banging. Well, he's like, that's what y'all get for trying to copy other people. That's why your logo looks stupid like that. And once you see the two birds humping, you can't unsee it. I've never been able to look at this logo without seeing the two birds getting it on. That's what you get for trying to copy. That's what you get. When you're not original, it never works out. Hold on. Listen, anybody need follows? Anybody need follows? Let me know. Anybody need follows? I'm on it. I'm on the Twitter follows right now, y'all. Did I miss anything? Anybody need Twitter follows? Let me know. Because it won't last. Hold on. Anybody need follows? Let me know. Hold on, I'm just checking. Hold on. Okay, y'all let me know because I don't want to miss out. But you have to let me know though. Is the follow you're looking for? Wait. Sorry, let me get that off my page. Sorry about that, y'all. That's an overlay. I screwed that up. Bam. Yeah, right. Now they're gonna want to reschedule us. Hold on. Let me catch up. I rescheduled the Christmas get together. Hold on. I'll get to that then. Midnight Crusaders, what's up, Dwayne? Atlanta in the house, what's up, Walter? Yeah, feel better for sure, Cashmere. Neither. I've been so Gold Tigers. Gold Tigers. But you're on the road to recovery. Owen. Yeah. Like y'all gotta realize, y'all lost to Notre Dame. Y'all can't win shit on the road. Listen, y'all missed the protection of Rupp Arena. You should have. I heard a couple seconds. I can't wait to get it back at Rupp. Yeah, I bet you can't wait to get it back at Rupp. Because that way, y'all look. And ain't been no fans in Rupp all year. What you talking about? I can't wait to get it back at Rupp. That ain't gonna do you no good. I can't wait to get it at Rupp. For sure. Was he crying and lying? Oh, don't say that. Hold on, I'm catching up, y'all. Johnny G, yeah, I saw you. I'm on it. As long as you let me know you need to follow on Twitter. Look, I'm like the robot. Like verify you're a human being, because I just can't do that. Cheers, LSU. Go Tigers. Listen, Fabian, if you want me to really get in the details, I'm watching the UK game, and it's just dawning on me. We're physical in the paint. You give me Malik Williams. You see how frustrated Big Boy was, Sheboy. I'm like, we don't let people drive to the lane. Like, as mad as we get at our team about being soft on the offensive end, we're tough on the defensive end. Y'all realize, like, when people get offensive rebounds on us, they get long rebounds. They don't get rebounds on us around the basket. They get the loose ball. We don't give up inside stuff. It ain't a bunch of wide open shots that somebody's always up under, man. And I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, Coach K has complained about how physical we are on defense for 4 games. Even when Zion and them beat us, he said we had no answer for them. Then I was just thinking about it. I'm looking at the UK game, and I'm looking at the first. I said at the beginning of the year, we think about this. Sheway had 13 rebounds. Sam goes and gets 11. Listen, jeez. And he plays all the minutes. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, ain't nobody scared of them. They ain't doing nothing. We 3-0 on the road. Now they talking about how hard it is to win on the road. You joking? Hydration, facts. Okay. Y'all need to follow. I could use one. Johnny G, I got you. Terrence, I got you. I got y'all on the follows. Jump on your Twitter real quick. Tag me. Say something. Tag me real quick. I got the follows. Actually, hold on. Let me pull this off. River City Entertainment. Cheers, 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 cheers. This is a good evening. Y'all do realize that sound is from an actual game, right? Yeah, listen, I recorded that from a game sound crowd. That's just not some done in the studio. That's a real game crowd. Give me that Go Cards vibe, baby. Let me see. Let's go to 680. 680 right there. Let's go to, hold on. Let's see. Let's go to UK Postgame. No, I want the good version of that.
Hey, Wildcat fans. Did you know you can work?
Oh, we're not going to do that just. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on, y'all. I don't want to lose. I may have. Hold on. Oh, I messed up. Thank you, River City. Thank you, Cool Guy Dawn. Thank you, Lauren K, for helping keeping this night production together. I do appreciate, and everybody, any contributions, I just appreciate them so much. I appreciate when you share the video. I appreciate when you share it just on your social media pages. I appreciate it so much, even as much as just hitting the like button. It keeps me here, y'all. It keeps me fighting too. It keeps me fighting it keeps me up front, y'all. It keeps me up on the front line. Okay, we get to it. Actually, let me get that in there. Oh. Johnny G says I'm drunk. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick catch up on the I'm gonna do a quick. Hold on. Did y'all see Cousin Cam jump in the chat during the show today? If y'all were watching, I got it. If y'all were watching Middays with Marcus Maven, you saw Cousin Cam came up in the YouTube channel. Oh, he just retired. It was just, oh God, what a life. Johnny G for sure. Now Jalen would deserve it. No, I apologize to all my team. I apologize to all of my team. Share, hold on. This is what I'll do. I gotta drop the link in the chat first, y'all, in case anybody's gonna want to join tonight. So y'all know it won't take me long. I'm getting better. So cut me some slack. Cut me a little slack. Just got to make a couple clicks here and there. Okay, that message is pinned. I want to share the screen. I want to share a tab. I want to share that. Share that. I don't think they don't get to be bigger than me. they don't get to be bigger than me today. Really quick before we get rolling, Lawrence, what's good, man?
What's up, Marcus?
Feeling good tonight, boy.
Hey, it's what I was trying to say about Jerry West the other day. I think he played great defense. It just, to me, sometimes I think he be holding back because I don't think he trusts his backup. Because think about it, when he goes out the game, the offense look out of short. Almost seem like, but it almost seem like the main reason why he ain't being aggressive going to the rim, I think he's worried about getting foul, charging,
Right.
Or getting in foul trouble.
Listen, Lawrence, I got to move on to the post-game show, man. Any shots you want to give real quick, but I'll answer your question.
Hey,
go ahead.
Just want to give shout out to my YouTube channel, Lose the Rider Sports. Y'all want to follow?
Lose the Rider Sports. That is Lawrence. I do want to give the quick shout out. And to answer his question, Jerry West is in his third ACC game. We're 3-0. He is getting his swagger, his ACC swagger. He will be absolutely fine. So let me get to the right screen. Let me put us on the right screen. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm getting good. Let me look here really quick. One more shout out. Look, y'all want me to have a couple cocktails tonight? Hold on, because I saw there it is. Chris, that's a cocktail right there. That's a good sip. Hold on, y'all. Chris, I'll call it neutral, but I get your point. Right. We busted y'all ACC. And then they made sure, y'all, just remember this, y'all. When you're arguing and when you're debating your Kentucky fans, we had hostile Governor Beshear, Tornado Rally, Western Kentucky, Diddle Arena. We had everything working against us. They had no sneak Western in here, no preparation, donation, fund relief, at home comfort, pickup game. Like, don't let their win over Western Kentucky fool you. They only, like I said, y'all went to Notre Dame and got wasted. So when you start doing the math, listen, we catching these COVID pauses. Y'all don't even use the COVID rules. So just think about how much you fight through as a Louisville fan. Y'all messing up our board. You just, like I said, we just had so many disadvantages, which means you should be even prouder of your school and prouder of your team. And we're so mad at our coach. We hold him to standards, and we holding Noah Locke to all these things. Noah Locke busted Kentucky by himself before. He's been there, done that. Yeah, I heard that. I heard the penny thing too. It's Louisville versus everybody, and I can handle it. Especially around. Did I miss one? Did I miss one? Hold on. Just making sure I caught you, Chris. Okay. Just now getting here that you listen. Now watch LSU. I guarantee LSU end up on a shutdown. Listen. LSU, listen. Watch LSU get their violation decision tomorrow. Hey, y'all, do y'all realize that coach at LSU was literally on audio talking about his strong ass offer to the player from the FBI, and he's still the head coach at LSU? He's done tomorrow. He's going to get fired. The NCAA is going to hammer LSU this week, y'all. Bank on it. Oh, God. Listen, that kid Pinson who dunked that ball at the end of the game, that Pinson kid who damn near 360 on y'all at the end of the game, I hope he ain't got no name, image, and likeness deals because it's getting shut down. Oh, God. Hold on, y'all. Let's do some justice here.
Work at UPS's Worldport facility in Louisville and earn $20 an hour, plus a $200 weekly bonus just for coming to work. We have best-in-class education programs which can help you graduate debt-free. Kickstart your career today at upsjobsky.com. Again, that is upsjobsky.com. Apply now at upsjobsky.com. Go Cats!
Time now for the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife UK postgame show, right here on ESPN 680 and 105.7. Coverage of Wildcats basketball is presented by Ale 81, Kentucky's original ginger soft drink since 1926. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment. UPS Jobs, now offering up to $21 per hour for part-time package handler positions. Apply today at upsjobsky.com. Cox's Spirit Shop and Evergreen Liquors. Genesis Diamonds, the official jeweler of the Kentucky Wildcats. BJ Heating and Cooling.
I think so.
Experts you trust.
Let me know how the sound is, y'all.
BJHeatCool.com.
Give me constant feedback so I can
mention ESPN.
If I need to raise my volume some, do I need to go up or
Pepsi
or
Frontline
the post game
Careers.
down?
Launch your career with the best in the beverage
Just
business.
let me know.
PepsiFrontlineCareers.com.
So your
Now, here
so
are
your
your
experience
hosts,
is better.
James Strebel and Jason Entz.
Am I loud or y'all loud?
Fish and Wildlife post-game show. I'm James Strebel. Jason Entz is back at the studio as we try to get through this post-game show. Kentucky goes down in Baton Rouge, 65-60, and man, they had a chance at the end when Mintz hit that layup.
It's pretty balanced
he hit
now.
the three, and then the layup next, and they're down only 1 point. Sheboy gets the steal, and everybody just mishandles the ball. And
I can turn their sound up or my sound, whichever.
It's going to be a tough one to analyze as Kentucky goes without Severe Wheeler. He goes out with a 16-minute mark in the first half.
Me up
goes
or
out
down,
with early foul trouble.
them
and
up or
Cal
down.
decides to sit him on the bench. Rightly so, smartly so.
See?
In the first half.
Y'all see what happens?
A long stretch without
Here comes the spam.
they're one of their best players, arguably their best player. They come out in the second half. Kellen Grady and Mintz both firing from three. You're feeling good about things. And then
Okay,
like
turn up the
Washington
post
goes
game a
down.
bit.
And you're left with Mintz as the primary ball handler, and you get flashbacks of last season. And damn it, they fought like hell, and they almost had a chance to win. And it's about it would have been as improbable of a win. Andy Sweeney's texting me litmus. Yes, Andy. Yes, of course you are. You play without your starting point guard. But look, 267-968 is the phone if you want to get in. 427-968 UPS Jobs text line. It's been forever since Kentucky. It feels like it's been forever since Kentucky has won a game like this, where you're
Fair
on the
enough,
road. You're in a hostile environment.
Oh, there we go.
Kentucky had their chances. They had opportunities without two of their best players on the floor, and they just didn't get it done in the half. I got to give Mintz credit. He was frustrating in the first half, but he came in, settled down, and he gave Kentucky a chance to win. But he's just not good enough. He's just not good enough. He's not as good as Wheeler. He's not as good as Ty Washington. I thought Jacob Toppin had a hell of a game. He played his off.
That's what young
Grady
that's
just
what young
after
freshmen
an
do.
abysmal first half, gave them a shot in the second half to win this game, and it's just frustrating, man. It's just a frustrating loss. I'm
right.
It's hard to be mad at the team
the UK game.
with what they were up against,
I know,
and given the fact that they almost won, and honestly, they should have won that game at the end. They should have won. If you get that turnover, and you get it right, you get a good shot. You had it.
They were up 51-40 with 10 minutes to go. They were up 51-40. LSU went on like a 22-0 run. Something ridiculous. Jesus. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You're on the road. LSU hostile environment. You lose. You want to know why they lost their point guard? Call out the screen, please. Any fundamental team, any coach. Do y'all see our team getting blindsided by screens? When was the last time you saw one of our point guards get blindsided by a screen? You want to know why we don't get blindsided by screens? Because Coach Mack teaches our big men, if your big man is up there, you let your point guard know. We ignore all the things we do right, and we just be crushing our team. But we don't take a second, stick your head out of the ground, and look at some of these other teams. It's like, damn, we ready to kill our team on free throws. They went 10 for 20. They went 10 for 20 on the free throw line. Listen, if we go 13 for 20, we're like, fire everybody. They went 10 for 20. Sorry, y'all. I'm just getting a little excited. Let's go.
Chance to win that game. It's hard to crush Kentucky. But it's just, like I said, it's frustrating, man. It just feels like forever since we've won one of these games. And look, here's the reality situation.
Think about that.
Kentucky still has
frustrating since we won one of these games. They can't win close games. We feel like we only win close games, and we're mad because the games are close in the first place. We should be winning by 50. And I'm talking about me. This is me mocking me. I'm mad at Matt because he should be blowing these teams out. They ain't won a close game.
They aren't very impressive. If they would have won this game tonight, that would have been an impressive win. I'm not saying that LSU's moving the needle or that there's some great team, but you went on the road like that in that environment against a team with big athletic guys, and you're down one of your best players. That's a hell of a win. That's a hell of a win, but Kentucky just couldn't pull away in the end. And look, they didn't help
Michigan
the
State
fact
would have
they
been a hell of a win.
They went 10 of 20 from the free throw line. Obviously Lance Ware goes 0 from 4 from the free throw line. He's not a good free throw shooter at all. They were kind of kind to him about his free throw shootings. And he's not very good. No, he's terrible.
Kenny's gone. No coaching.
But other than that, Sheway went 0 for 3. He's usually a good free throw shooter.
0 for 3 on the road.
Toppin goes 2 for 3 there. Mintz only missed the 1. Grady 1 for 2. You hit a few more free throws, and we're talking about this game differently. But yeah, 267-9680 if you want to get on the phone lines, 437-9680, UPS Jobs text line. Ince, what do you got, man? I'm frustrated. I don't know really what to think about the game.
I got something that's going to make you laugh, and Sweetie's going to mock me for it. So I didn't keep track of the fouls, and when Mintz committed the foul with, I think, 23 seconds left, I assumed LSU was going to the free throw line, so I raced back real quick, and it takes like 30 seconds to go get water. I figure, okay, I'll be back by the time the free throws are over.
Right.
I wasn't even back yet, and James was like, "Oh my God, it's over!" I'm like, "What the hell? I thought he was going to the free throw line." So I actually missed. I caught a replay.
You missed all the good excitement.
I caught a replay of it on Twitter, but yeah, I missed live the fun shenanigans at the end. But look, we were chatting in the infamous Hatfield Discord a little bit ago about is this a bad loss for Kentucky? Kentucky struggles on the road, etc. I'm weirdly a bit optimistic.
struggles on the road because you don't go on the road. You only go on the road if Nike makes you go on the road. You only go to, listen, you know what happens when you go on the road? You go 10 of 20 and Notre Dame kicks your ass up and down the floor. They tried to bail you out against Notre Dame. Notre Dame had the worst game on the planet when they busted y'all. Jesus. Look, am I the only one that sees this? Neutral against Gonzaga or no road games? Notre Dame beat you twice. I'm sorry, Chris Pack. Oh, Mike McGee's, I'm sorry. Ross, I'm sorry. Jalen, I'm sorry. I still love you. Noah, I'm just mad at you. Mason, get back to practice and do good. Sam, you're so much better than I give you credit for. Sydney, just don't worry about it. Like, Coach Mack knows what he's doing. JJ, keep fighting. Rose, just keep fighting. Coach Mack is bringing y'all along just fine. Did y'all see Bryce Hopkins out there? Oh, God. Wait till y'all hear them talk about Bryce Hopkins. Oh, Jesus.
Stick coming out of this. Yes, we lost. It sucks. Yes, we lost on the road again. You lose the second leading assist guy in the nation 2 minutes into the game. You have Ty running the point. You don't have anybody hitting threes in the first half. You could have gotten run out of the building. You had Jacob Toppin step up and play huge and hit that jumper that I think gave Kentucky a little bit of momentum and spark going into the half.
Second half. Yeah, he hit that.
Grady comes out. You know, it's so easy to have the half that Grady had and let yourself get down. Came out, hit multiple threes, played good.
No. Sorry. Sorry about that, y'all.
Good defense. The problem for Kentucky was once Ty went down, you can't go 10 minutes and score 2 points. You just can't.
They had no ball handlers.
You had nobody.
Okay, you can't do that. You can't stroke. Okay. Ooh, they set you up and take it from you. Good job, SoundCloud.
Nobody in the backcourt that could break anybody down. LSU basically just packed it. Wouldn't even let Sheboy get a touch most of the time. Nobody stepped up. And at multiple points in the second half, in the final 10 minutes, you had Toppin playing at the 3 and Mintz running the point. You're not going to beat good teams. We got
Coach Calipari up now. We'll come back. All right, Coach Calipari.
Ooh, I don't want to leave to miss this, y'all.
All right, Jared Tipton, go ahead. You got the first question.
John, it was so much adversity you had to overcome. What do you think about the way the guys battled, competed, and persevered to send it to the final seconds?
Y'all hear that question?
No, I loved it. And I told him after we also had a couple guys not play well on top of foul trouble, injuries, all the other stuff, and they didn't stop. They kept playing, and we had funky lineups in that we had never used before, which gave us, we started having trouble. Okay, offensively, how do we play with this team? They've never been together, but guys fought, and that's all you can ask. They made shots that they didn't make I was disappointed in how we started the game. We had a lot of guys that. It was almost like they were intimidated by the game. Well, you can't play at Kentucky if you're intimidated.
That's how it is on the road for your players.
Just gotta go play, shoot balls that are there. But and again, I tried to get that timeout late. Joe must not have heard me. I was right there in his ear screaming it, but maybe my voice is going. But again, for what we did and how we played to be in the game, But it's come on, I hate losing. So,
John, can you give us an update on Xavier's condition?
I don't know yet.
Thanks.
Larry Vaughn, go ahead.
John, just with Severe out, kind of talk about what that put on Ty and then exactly what happened to him there late in the game. Was it just cramps or was it something?
I think he cramped up.
So what did that put on him once Wheeler went out?
What do you mean? What? Then we played with whoever was left. We were trying to win the game. I was trying to do anything I could. We had 1 or 2 bad turnovers, and that's it, which is why we were in the game. One was Jacob throwing the ball ahead to keep, like lackadaisical, throwing the ball ahead to Kellen, and it gets stolen and layup down the other end. But there wasn't many. The last play where the guy tips from behind. Okay. But we just didn't have many, live ball turnovers, because if you have that against them, they score. They did a good job of getting back, but when Severe went down, he's the
So you got one functional
gets us
point
all
guard at
moving.
the University of
And,
Kentucky. Is that where?
But like I said, kids fought. You
got one
I thought
functional point
there was
guard.
a lot of physicalness. Like, wow, guys are getting knocked down, mostly our guys. And it's free to go play, and
Guys are getting knocked down, mostly our guys. He sounds exactly like Coach K after every time they play against us. Every single time. I'm doing the math and I'm like, damn. We are physical. We are physical on the defensive end with the rebounds and keeping people out the paint. For everything else we hate about our team, our offense, not going to the basket, not challenging, not dunking, not block, we block out. We don't give up rebounds at the basket, and we are physical on cutters.
I'll watch the tape, but they hung in and gave themselves a chance, a 1-point game. When you start off the game 1 for 11 from the 3, 5 for 11 from the foul line, at halftime I told them, guys, think about it. And Oscar didn't play 8 or 9 minutes. And we're down 5. Let's go win this. And that was what I said at halftime. That's, my message.
Kyle Tucker, go ahead.
You mentioned Severe being the engine.
Right.
How much does it change everything about the way you want to play offensively?
You can't only have
he's
2
not
fouls
out there?
with less than 2 minutes left in the
I was
second
just
half.
trying to get
Wow.
a W. I was going play to play. Where normally I'm
He's
letting
never-
him go
he's
and
not
he'll
playing
decide
any
what we're
away
doing.
games.
I ended up, and then when Ty went down, it's a totally different ball game there too. And so, now we're just trying to, let's just get it up the court and get into something and try to get a good look at the basket, which is not how I want to coach.
Did you
But
see the end of that game?
you're trying to win. You're just doing what you have to try to win.
Guys, apologize for the Wi-Fi connection. I think you guys still got audio. Kyle,
Oh. So now the Wi-Fi ain't
Yeah,
working.
Cal, obviously, Oscar sat those last 11 or 12 minutes of the first
That's a
half. He
fact.
seems to have done a pretty good job
That's
when
a
he gets in
fact.
foul trouble of avoiding. I don't think he got another one tonight. With him, do you revisit at all the idea
Two
of
early
the hard and
fouls
fast
and
2
didn't
foul
get another
sit down
one the
rule?
rest of the night.
Well, here's why I would say
2 early fouls and didn't get another foul for the rest of the night. As Rue stated, they had 2 fouls in the second half with 2 minutes left in the game. You cannot make this stuff up. Be proud to be a Cardinal fan. Listen, it's tough, but at least you're not at least you're not like crooked law enforcement or crooked politicians. That's what it's more like. You support a politician, but if they're crooked, they're just crooked.
the game would dictate it. If the game was getting away from us, then I would have put them back in. As long as we can say we're going into halftime with the chance to win, That's how I'll do it.
If they're relying on
not
Oscar
to revisit, but if the game gets away from us, there's no reason not to play.
We
But
don't
it never got
lose
away
to
from us.
Kentucky.
I think Lance is
Sorry.
playing great basketball. Missed a bunch of free throws, but
Malik
so did
is
everybody
way
else.
too smart.
I mean, how many we missed today?
We would not lose to Oscar Tshiebwe if we got Malik.
We missed 10 free throws today. I mean, we're one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country. We missed 10
Because you only play at home.
in a what was the final, 5 or 6?
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
Because you only play at home.
And let me say this.
Comfort.
I think 1 or 2 of them were front end one-on-ones. So you could say we missed 12 opportunities anyway.
Gary Tipton, go ahead.
Yes.
So I know it's extremely early, but I'll ask.
Yeah.
The Notre Dame game seemed
Yeah,
like
fact.
a pivotal moment in
Ooh,
a
he brought
sense.
up
I'm
the Notre
wondering
Dame game.
how you'd compare
Ooh.
tonight. Was it a moral victory in a way?
No. We don't have those here. And I don't coach that way. But here's what I would say. It's totally different because we had a full team and went 2 for 19
I
from
hate
the
on
3
Lewis.
and never.
I like
We
Lewis.
just, all we were doing
I'm
was,
not
and we
hating
were
on
up
because I
2
like
at the
him.
minute 30
I
and then
think he
played,
tells the truth
turned it over and did some dumb things down the stretch. But this game, you're with,
Guaranteed.
out your 2 best guards.
Yeah, Billis he feels some
again-
kind of way about Louisville. That is true.
Needed some other guys to step up and really fight. You know, what happened in this game, if you watched it
They
close,
needed some fight.
you could tell who was in a fight mood, in an aggressive mood, and for us, and who wasn't in that mode.
Louisville,
And
listen,
if you're
on
tenitive
offense,
at all,
we're-
it's hard to
we're
be
not
aggressive.
at the basket,
It's hard to
but
be
we're not on
to have
on
fight
defense.
because you're tentative. And again, I told them, oh, I'm taking you out. And then I did it in front of the team at halftime. If he doesn't shoot, I'm not playing him. And that's why I went to Dante. Wish Dante would have taken that charge when that kid ran down the middle because I think that would have woke him up and maybe he could have hit a shot or 2. But that wasn't the issue. I mean, we did what we had to give ourselves a chance to win.
What sort of lift,
Guaranteed,
John, do you
Lonnie.
think Jacob gave you guys?
What sort
Oh,
of
he was
lift?
terrific.
Listen
All
to these
energy.
questions.
He was terrific.
They do not
Blocking
ask Coach Mack
shots,
these positive
rebounding
questions.
balls. I haven't looked at the stats
You
yet.
ask
but
that question, they get him
without
to say
even
something
looking at him, he
positive
did
about
well.
a player.
Larry Vaughn, go ahead.
Yeah, John, I was going to ask you also about Jacob. In the first half there, in the last 9 minutes, you scored 17 points and he got 13 of them. But then in the second half, he had trouble scoring. Something different they did or something different that just happened to you?
I'll have to watch the tape. I know he missed some shots. Sometimes you make them and then it's kind of like Kellen. Kellen was 0 for 7 at half. I don't know what he was for the second half, but
I agree.
sometimes it's just they miss shots. They're not robots. They're not machines. They don't play well all
True.
the time.
I agree 100%.
And I said that after.
Nights
If
like
you didn't
this.
play well, that's fine. Just play better next game. But, my thing to them as I continue, I coach, you play. If you're not going to compete and fight, I'll put somebody else in. But your job is to get in there and do that. And we have a team. I'm telling you, again, now we have to see what happens. But we're a little bit down in numbers now.
Guys, a couple more here. John, I'll let you go before Kyle since you sent out the wrong link. Go ahead.
Yeah, Cal, you mentioned Kellen there. He obviously got really hot at the beginning of the second half, but I don't think he took a shot in the last 11 minutes until the one at the buzzer. Was that something they were doing to take that away from him? Was it severe not being out there? What was going on?
Yeah, you don't, you're not having that severe or tie in that lead position, finding him. And, I thought Davion did fine, but he's not a point guard. He's he's more of a scorer. It's just that's what he is. But I'll tell you, he fought. Davion did. He fought on defense. Did some good stuff.
Kyle, back to you.
Callan, staying with the Jacob Toppin line of questioning, his brother is sort of famously a steep rising developmental guy. Year after year, he just got better and better and better until he was, National Player of the Year. That Jacob obviously.
Listen to the questions. it's obvious. Okay, Jacob Toppin's brother turned it on overnight and became the greatest player in the game. What do you think about or Obi Toppin? What do you think about Jacob Toppin? Like, listen to y'all hear these questions. Every time I listen to my coach get up there, they like, what are you going to do to stay out of COVID protocols? And everybody said, well, he deserved it because he did a video with Eric Wood, who also has a job that has to abide by all these COVID protocols. Jesus. Eric Wood's job got him tested all the time. Cal don't got to answer no questions about nothing. Mac has to answer if you get fired. What if the NCAA comes back with Jesus Christ?
So he has some of the similar kind of athleticism. Have you seen him just steadily,
similar athleticism,
constantly improve since you've had him in his development?
He has, Cal, but the biggest thing is part of that is maturing. Becoming a young man and becoming a man to be that guy. And it's taken him time. He's got some immaturity, but it's gotten way better. He's to be confident. I don't know if you ever really listen to what I'm saying, but you cannot be confident if you're not competent. So if you're not good with the ball and you're not a good shooter, it's hard to be confident. And there's one way of doing it. Get in that gym. And he's been working. Lance has been working, spending extra time. That's why I was really surprised he missed all those free throws.
That's why you don't go on the road.
Tough loss for these kids. I mean, they wanted to win. They know what went on, and guys had a chance. Some guys weren't ready for this moment, but that's all part of growth.
All right, guys, we're going to let Cal go here. Give me a few moments to try to mess with the connection and get the players in here.
All right, that was John Calipari's press conference brought to you by Kentucky Office of Highway Safety. Drive sober
year after year after year.
There's a couple quick thoughts there on Cal's post-game presser, and then we'll move on. Jason, if you want to have some thoughts here, and then move on to the phone lines. Obviously, the number one story coming out of that is Xavier Wheeler. No update on him. Definitely looked like he got a concussion. I mean, he was down the floor.
He thought he was in Mississippi.
Yeah, he was
that
down the
kid
floor
was
for
not. He had no clue where the hell he was.
No, he was down the floor for a long time, and obviously he had to have two individuals, staff members, help him off the field. And you're exactly right. He did not look like he was all there.
And Cal was right in how pissed he was because one, it was a moving screen.
Yeah, he was moving.
Two, I mean. Somebody's got to call that out. Like that's on his teammates as well.
That's on Sheway. I mean, Jay Billis hit the nail on the head. Sheway.
Did you just agree with Jay Billis?
I did. No, he was right. He was right.
Oh
Sheway was the closest man to Wheeler. And it was on him to call out the screen. I mean, that's a basic basketball thing. And he didn't do it. And, while Reed was moving a little bit, he didn't throw an elbow or extend his arms or anything like that. It was a hard screen.
No, but when you've got a 5'9" guard running into a 7-foot center, he's not running into, upper arm. He's running in the elbow area. And
that's not Reed.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just the height difference there.
It's not his fault. That's on. No, it's more on Sheway than anything. You could have called that a moving screen for sure. But the worrisome thing is now, how long is Wheeler going to be out? Obviously, they have Georgia on Saturday. Georgia's the worst team in the SEC. They're worse than Vanderbilt.
And Ty showed tonight in stretches that he can run the team.
Cal, why don't you have a backup point guard? Cal, do you wish you would have had do you wish you still would have had Devin Askew? Y'all ask Mac that stuff. Cal, why don't you have a serviceable backup point guard to handle the ball? Cal, did Grady come here to work on being a point guard? Why has he not developed his point guard skills? Cal, Davion Mintz is a 6th-year senior who transferred here to show he has other skills besides being a 2 guard. Why is he not competent at the point guard as a 6-year senior? You ain't gonna ask none of that? I seen him at press conference. You're gonna ask none of that. Hey, Cal. I mean, his brother obviously turned into a superstar overnight. Don't you think Toppin is just exactly like his brother? And when is he going to become a superstar overnight? Next game or next week?
He can run the team, absolutely. He can run the team. He's not as smooth as Severe Wheeler is at the point guard position. He doesn't have that speed. He can't lead the breaks like he can. He doesn't have the vision, but he can run the team. It takes away from his scoring, obviously. He's not able to look for his shot or get open to get his. But he did a fine job running the team with Wheeler out. But we'll see Saturday if he plays or not. Usually those concussion, they take some time, so we'll see. All right, Jason, do you want to get to the phone lines, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we've had two people waiting on hold. I can get my thoughts afterwards.
Do that. Okay, let's go ahead and get Joe, right? Joe in on the show here. Joe, welcome to Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Postgame Show. What's up?
Cal.
Hey, first of all, hopefully somebody will show Mr. Lance Ware how to shoot foul shots. You can shoot 1,000 of them if you don't have a proper technique. What good is shooting 1,000 if you ain't got the technique? Somebody needs to help the young man out. But maybe Lance Ware thinks he knows how to shoot foul shots.
R.L. Holt, I had to pause it. Cal, when is Brooks going to learn to play? Hey, Coach Mack, this kid has been here 3 years. What part of his game has he improved in? Yeah, ask Coach Cal about Brooks' lack of improvement. Hey, Cal, do you think Kenny Payne would have helped improve Keon Brooks by now? Because Keon Brooks said he came here because of Kenny Payne. Y'all don't ask nothing. Nobody asks anything. Listen, y'all don't realize 80% of the heat on programs come from these people who won't ask these questions. So when you manage a program because they got too much stuff in the media, too much bad publicity, the publicity comes from these questions or lack thereof. Don't y'all hear this?
I think that one hit nothing but the bagging board. Am I correct?
Yeah, he missed everything.
Yeah, not good. Okay, not good. So yeah. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to be.
Uh-oh. Do we lose Joe?
I think so.
Oh, Joe,
James, make sure that the phone is in producer mode.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll move on. Joe, call back, and who do we have next, Jason?
Well, he's going to fix the phone here real quick, but we're going to have Ron here in just a second.
All right, we'll have Ron in a second here. 267-9680 if you want to get phone.
Just go ahead, give me a second. I'll go help him here if you want to riff for a minute.
Okay, yeah. So coming back here to just thoughts on the game. I mean, the fact that Joe's right. It hurt that Lance Ware was in that situation. I mean, he's a guy that you want playing, at the most 8 minutes a game. He was forced into action, had to play 12, the bulk of that in the first half. He didn't play terribly bad. He had 2 points. He had 3 rebounds, but man, 0 for 4 from the foul line, and he had a couple turnovers, had a couple silly mistakes. But it's tough to be in that position if you're Lance Ware.
Remember, y'all get
but
these.
I thought the team in the first half did what they could do with Sheboy on the
Twitter
bench.
With if y'all want to follow,
they kept it within a 5-point game. LSU led the half 35-30. Kellen Grady comes out, starts banging threes, and you're like, okay, here we go. Kentucky led 50-41.
Y'all 50-41,
and then went on a massive scoring drought where LSU was able to defend everything Kentucky was doing. Look, Kentucky did what they were supposed to do coming out of the halftime. They got the ball down low to Sheboy, sucked everybody in. He was double teamed every single time. It left Grady open. It left Vince open.
Double team Sheboy when Malik Williams, bro.
They hit the threes, hit the open shots. Things are feeling good. You're looking good. Then all the air's taken out of it. LSU makes a run. Ty Washington goes down. It gets out of hand.
LSU makes a 20-2 run over 10 minutes.
22 run in 10 minutes. Kentucky went on that big drought. But Kentucky, to their credit, was able to get the the game was winnable, Jason. That's what drives me nuts. Like, if they just would have lost the game, I don't know if I'd be as frustrated as I am. And again, I'm not blaming anyone in particular. I mean, Cal did say there were some guys out there that did not look ready. Keon Brooks did not look ready. As good as he played against High Point in Missouri, actually, no, it was just High Point or whatever it was. As good as Keon Brooks has played the last couple of games, he was an absolute no-show. It was against Missouri. He had a good game against Missouri and talked about playing with physicality and playing through physicality. 2 points, 0 of 3 from the field, only 3 rebounds in 14 minutes. It was obvious he could not play in this game. He did not have the inner Jacob Toppin, so he didn't show up to the game. Damian Collins did absolutely nothing. 8 minutes, no stats other than a foul for Damian Collins. He is not ready to play.
Collins is not ready to play.
Lance Ware did what Lance Ware does. I mean, his stats are very similar to what you think he's going to do in relief for Seaway. Bryce Hopkins came in and played a disastrous 2 minutes. Where he came on the floor and he had 2 turnovers in 2 minutes and a foul and 1 rebound. He was bad. So Cal's right. There were guys out here who were not ready for the moment. Those 3 in particular, Brooks, Hopkins, and Collins. I will not throw Ware into that because at least he came in and gave you something. He tried. But those 3 guys, man, did nothing to help this team, this shorthanded team. And I guess that if I'm going to pick something out that irks me about this game, everybody else on the floor did their best. I mean, I'm not going to throw Dante Allen there. He played him for pity minutes and he didn't do anything. So I'm not even discussing. I'm not discussing Dante Allen. I'm talking about guys that you thought would do. Like you thought that Collins and Hopkins.
I mean, Brooks was a no-show tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. You thought at least those 3 guys would give you something. Allen, I don't expect anything out of Allen, but damn it, man.
But
Damian Collins is just he can't play.
It feels like every other game. This is a discussion that we're having, and we talked about this last week that we need one of these 2 guys to be consistent. Now, thankfully, Brooks didn't show up top and did.
Toppin was great.
But again, neither one. Let's just start alternating which one of them starts. Start Brooks next week because he'll do fine, and then start Toppin the game after.
Well, Brooks started. Toppin just came in and took it over.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like we just alternate, though.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to Ron. Ron's been holding patiently. So, Ron, welcome to Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Postgame Show.
Listen, y'all bought me a couple of drinks. This is what happens.
No, Ron dropped off. Okay, sorry about that.
Oh,
all right, let's go to Travis. He's up next on the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Postgame Show. What's up, Travis?
I mess with you, Lauren.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, man, this, a frustrating game.
Y'all want to know why I like Lauren? Right there. Red State says hard no. But Lauren says, I'll take Hopkins and Dante Allen just to show you I'm a better coach than you. Red State Rams fan, the big picture is, I want to say this in a nice way, but sometimes you got to take a man's woman just to show him his woman is valuable. And I would take Hopkins and Allen just to show Cal this. You think Rick loved Quinn Sislinski? Rick just wanted to show how good of a coach he is. That's why he lets Quinn do whatever he wants to do at Iona. These coaches have to be savages in every aspect. Coach Mack would take Hopkins and take Allen and turn them into studs because they're savages. And they want the world to know. Mack did that video. Never mind the fact. He's letting you know. Mack let y'all know Cal's fucking dodging us. I don't care about making friends with all the media. I don't care about ESPN. I don't care about anything. Never mind the fact we asked for that date. They scheduled Notre Dame. It was too close for their return. The trip got canceled from England. We asked for that date. They said no, they couldn't do it. They put Notre Dame. Never mind the fact he told y'all that y'all hero is a coward. He told y'all last year, look at the runaround we get just trying to schedule a regular UK game. Y'all put it out, the media ran with it. Oh, Mac is scared to play the UK. Y'all was doing that last year. Oh, Mac's scared. Not only was Mac scared, he put out the video of how many hoops they trying to make me jump through, and he kicked his ass. And you know what the media ran with? He celebrated with Eric Wood during COVID, so he's a piece of shit. Y'all see how this works? Y'all see how this machine works? Coach Mac literally told you we had a scheduled, agreed upon date. They changed the date. They went to England, or they said they're going to England, so we got to change the date. The England trip got canceled. We got our date. Oh, no, you eliminated the date. But then you scheduled Notre Dame in the same date. Okay, can we play on this date? No, I can't do that. I can't. He literally did a 2-minute video. Then y'all went to ESPN and tried to get an ACC game changed. He was talking to you like I would talk to you, with a little more kahunas. Because he's in a position where, I'm just doing a midnight show. He's in a position where he has to be politically friendly. Coach Mac did a 2-minute video on how this dude is dodging us and making my life hard and trying to find ways to get the ultimate advantage. He did all of that and still kicked Coach Cal's ass. And now this year, and then again, and after he did that, he celebrated with Eric Wood, who works at a station. Eric Wood has more jobs with higher COVID protocols than you, me, Mac, or anybody else. Eric Wood is under crazy protocols. Y'all made more of a story about Coach Mac's 30-second video with Eric Wood than you did about Coach Mac fighting to play against Kentucky. Fighting, dancing around all these hurdles to play Kentucky. He went out of his way to play Kentucky and whooped them. And y'all let the media tell you, yeah, all that don't matter. He celebrated with Eric Wood. COVID. Coach Cal just told you 2 days ago, or a couple days ago, that, yeah, we don't test asymptomatic people at all. We ain't never been doing that. Did y'all just hear what he said? Did he just say they don't test anybody that's not showing symptoms? When did he make the rules? Oh, yeah, but Coach Mac, shut the fuck up about Mac and his COVID protocol conversation. Shut up. Shut up if you didn't have that same energy for Cal. Excuse my language. Sorry about that. Hopkins, no, we will. Listen, I don't think I want Hopkins, but I like the attitude and we'll take him. So the aggressive nature of Lauren saying, I'll take Hopkins and Allen and we'll bust you with your own 2 players. I like that attitude. Now, if I was the coach, I might not take Hopkins after he pulled that number. So I feel everybody. I'm not like dug in. But y'all get my point about this whole big picture? Y'all supposed to be crushing Cal about making his own rules. Y'all supposed to be praising Mac about what he jumped through. Like Coach Mac, he would have been in his right mind to say, I'm not rescheduling 10 times just so you can have the perfect 10-day layoff before you play us. Are you insane? We had an agreed upon date. Your game got canceled. We're playing that game, and then you put in Notre Dame. No, that's our day. We're playing you on that day, or we're not playing at all. And y'all would have let the media tell you Mac is scared. Y'all literally listened to him tell you how many hoops Louisville had to jump through. No, he don't want no part of Memphis. You kidding me? He don't want no part of Louisville. You think he wants a part of Memphis? His old school? The guy who's taking his recruits? He don't want no part of Memphis. The only way he would play Memphis is if Memphis was top 5 in the country. That's the only way. And he wouldn't go to Memphis. It would have to be neutral, and Memphis would have to be top 5. Y'all stop letting them do this to y'all. Stop letting them do this to y'all. And thanks for everybody who supports the channel. Sorry, I got caught up in my own.
It is. I'm just as angry as anyone. I mean, I felt like LSU does what they do, which is foul every possession and hope that you don't call everyone, and they didn't. It got Kentucky out of sorts. And then the bottom line is we see that Kentucky's not a very good basketball team without, well, their point guard and their, in my opinion, best all-around player in Ty Washington. With that being said, please stop depending. Pre-game, Strebel, you with Sweeney. It's anytime you're on Twitter. I mean, just anybody. Stop. You know, I beat this dead horse, and I'm going to continue to beat it because maybe it'll get alive if I continue to beat it. Stop depending on Keon Brooks for anything. He cannot be dependent on period, end of story. He's like that dude that shows up to work 4 out of 5 days a week and does a great job, and the 5th day he comes in drunk. I mean, he just can't. You can't rely on him to stay steady. Period. End of story.
Don't talk about Nick Valvano like that.
And I've been beating it. And
what the fuck did he just say? What did he just say? Y'all didn't tell me he said that. Did Jason Ince, when a caller said he shows up to work 4 days a week and shows up drunk on the 5th day, and you said don't talk about Nick Valvano like that? Did y'all hear that? Tell me I heard that wrong. Tell me I heard that wrong. Tell me I just didn't hear that. Listen, if I missed your text, sorry. I'm scrolling to the new text. Did you just hear him say a caller said 4 days a week and they show up drunk on the 5th, and he brought up Nick Valvano? Did I hear that right? Tell me I'm being sensitive. Tell me I'm being sensitive. Tell me that that's not a big problem. Somebody tell me that's no big deal. Please. Tell me something right now. It's a big deal or it's not a big deal. Answer me now. Answer me right now. Tell me, is that a big deal or not? What? Y'all hear Nikki every day on the show. Nikki is awesome. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Where the Kenny Martin. You know what, Kenny Martin? I think you wanted this too. Kenny Martin, you knew I needed this because I need to get my head clear on this one. Was that a problem or not? Did y'all think that was a problem? Did y'all think that was out of line? Did y'all think that was out of line? We literally, like, did y'all hear Nikki Valvano today? Do y'all hear the chemistry we all have together? Nikki is a proud employee of ESPN Louisville. He is one of the longest standing employees and reliable employees and talented employees. The most talented employee of ESPN Louisville. Did y'all hear that? Lauren is still great. Thanks, all the supporters. Did y'all hear that? What are y'all opinions on that? Tell me your opinions on that. I'm not playing that shit no more. Tell me y'all opinions on that. Tell me, how would you feel if you were in my shoes? How would you feel if you were in Nikki's shoes? And tell me how y'all would address that. I'm only going to be on here for about 5 more minutes. Get your comments in. Hit the like button while you're still in here. But give me some advice on what you just heard. No, did I just hear that right? I'm going to go through every single comment. I'm going to show every single comment. What the fuck? Where'd that come from? A caller on your UK postgame show says he's that guy that show. Y'all know Nikki. Y'all know Nikki. You want to know what he did today? Nikki did, because Process has mono. Nikki Valvano did the Diener show from 7 to 10. He did my show from 10 to 12. He did his father's show, with a fill-in, Nick Curran, and Nikki was basically the co-host from 12 to 3. Nikki just did 8 hours of radio because Process is sick. And when I asked Nikki about it, I tried to make a joke like, Nikki, you got to work a lot today. And he said, hey man, Process is feeling bad. I don't want him to be too proud to take a day off or two. And he was like, hey, we all got to step up. That was Nikki Valvano's response to working an 8-hour shift. And y'all know Nikki has another job when he's not producing the radio. Nikki works a full job when he's not at the studio. Nikki books guests all day long for my show, his dad's show. Nikki podcasts. He helps all the other producers podcast, which is their jobs, but he helps out whenever he can to make everybody else's job easier. Sometimes Nikki is working on helping other producers in the middle of my show. Sometimes I bark at him, sometimes I don't. But he tells me I'm helping out Process. I'm helping out Jack. I'm helping out Patty Ice. I'm helping out other people. That's why I'm not paying attention. That's what Nikki is one of the most important people at this station. And that's what y'all heard today. On the UK LSU, you got your ass kicked post-game. The reason we were scared to even say we wanted Nikki is because we were scared it's going to get jinxed. Because we know he's the most talented, the most committed person in that whole building. Did y'all hear that? On the UK LSU top 25 matchup post-game show, a caller said 5 days a week and show up drunk on the 6th. Y'all listen to me every day. Do y'all see how reliable Nikki is? Nikki got an 8-hour shift. And you know what he said? Hey, Marcus, I'm sorry I didn't text you to see if you need anything. Bro, you got an 8-hour radio shift. This is not an 8-hour regular shift. An 8-hour radio shift is you got to be like working for 8 hours straight. You got to be working the phones, working hard. I need look up something. I need extra content. I need you to do this. Commercials. Add a commercial. Take out a commercial. Playback music. You got 8-hour shifts on radio producing. It's a beast. It's a beast. And that's what you heard out of that? Y'all tell me how y'all would feel. What would you do? How would you feel if you were in my shoes? JL, Ronnie Ron. You heard it too. Yeah, that's a shot fired. That's a big shot fired. That's a cannon. What the fuck does Nikki have to do with y'all? Yeah, but here's the thing. That's when you learn. That's exactly what I told y'all about. That's how I feel about L's down. Think about that. The caller is talking about UK and basketball, and he come out with an L's down, only it's not L's down. It's middays with Marcus Maben down. It's Nikki Valvano down. Where the fuck that come from? You thinking about me in your post game? You thinking about us and your producer? I mean, maybe you don't like Steve. Maybe you just taking a shot at Steve and Nikki and maybe like what? That's why I told y'all today I owe apologies, and y'all really are Sad. You sad because you know what? You know why it's sad? It's sad because y'all are so used to being crooked that you just take everything you want. They don't compete. People that don't know how to compete in a fair playing field, that's how they act. That's why I say, as long as I've watched stuff and, like I said, we go back and forth with the UK fans and stuff like that. But to me, UK fans that call my show are not used to fair competition. It makes them uncomfortable and it makes them do things like this. It makes them say things like this. People who are afraid of real competition, they're happy about the Bevan illegal move. In reality, you should be as mad as us. Hey, Bevan shouldn't be going in there reorganizing the board, because I would be pissed if some Democratic governor came in and started changing Kentucky's board. I would be pissed. So I'm not okay with Bevan changing their board and putting our people, because that's not real competition. That's cheating. That's illegal. That's political. What do you call it? It's unethical. It's unethical. Y'all see the media. It's unethical. When things happen now, and people in the media say, "Oh, that's just how the media is," I blame the old media, because I'm like, we trusted you to be neutral. Okay, I grew up reading local media. I grew up looking at TV and local media. So all the names, you insert the names. Now that people don't trust the media, it's not my fault for calling it out. It's your fault, because you broke your word as a media member. You were supposed to be neutral. You sold out 20 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. So now when I say I don't listen to media because they lie and they sell out, don't be mad at me. What I'm saying is the truth. When I argue with older people, with elders, if they're not open-minded, I say, okay, you've had control of this system for 40 years. Certain things are still happening. You didn't fight for the rights of the people. You didn't fight for the rights of Louisville. You didn't fight for the rights. You just let it happen. So when I say, okay, I'm going to do something to change it, don't get mad at me. That's how I feel about the media. Did y'all just hear that? That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. But it's occupation too. And I don't mean occupation like a job. It's occupation in your brain. What made you think of Nikki V in the UK LSU post-game show? CJ, you're going to have to go back and listen. I hate that you missed all this. I heard it right. Yeah, but what? Y'all tell me what energy y'all felt on that. Has Nikki missed one show in 4 months. Nikki missed one show in 4 months with us. And we give him a hard time, but Nikki's been on point for 4 months. Y'all might not like his 8-bit, all I do is win. Nikki been on point 4 months straight. No, yeah, like what's up with that? Lauren says CJ gonna have to go back and listen to. Did y'all hear that? It's very distasteful. He works his ass off. He did 8 hours just today. And he works another job. Even if you were joking, why would you even bring up his name? This is the UK post-game show. Got nothing to do with Nikki. Nikki did the Diener show, my show, and the Bob Valvano show. What the fuck does LSU, Kentucky, or Kentucky LSU got anything to do with Nikki and work habits? And talking about somebody comes in drunk. I ain't seen Nikki come in drunk. Even if Nikki comes in tired. Have y'all been mad at Nikki? Other than his music choice? When he, or other than his commercials? His Make Me a Sandwich commercial? Look, other than his racist rejoin music? Jeez. Right? That's a big fucking deal. That's a fact. I mean, it's not fighting words, but it's like, where's that energy come from? I don't know if he heard it. Yeah, like, why would y'all even say that? Where does that come from? Where do y'all think that energy comes from? Right. Where does that energy come from? What a fucking cheap shot. Why would you bring Nikki V into that? What would even make your brain work 4 days and come in drunk on the 5th? You're doing the University of Kentucky post-game show for ESPN Louisville. And you bring up Nikki Valvano? Y'all see that? Okay, so then you know what happens? I come in on my show and I flame their ass. I start flaming them all. You know what they say? Hey, Marcus, everybody was just joking. It wasn't no big deal. Hey, let's calm down. Y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with them with them taking a caller's drunk at work reference on my producer? And when I start crushing him, then we got to talk. Then everybody, it wasn't a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Now, I'm not saying that would happen, but you understand what I'm saying. If I really went in there hard, we would have a problem. I know we would have a problem. Because it's a problem. The problem is he felt comfortable doing that. That's the first problem. That's the first problem. Yeah, he contributes. He contributes major. Three, Chris. Okay, you're right. 2 shows and filled in. I don't know if he will or not. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is he would take it as a joke. But it's not a joke. It's like subtle disrespect that you let people get away with. Jason, I do agree Nick would take it as a joke. But to all those listeners, okay, think about this. Nikki Valvano is, okay, I'm gonna just say this in a, I don't think it's exaggerating, but we'll say it's exaggerating so I can sound humble. Just Play the game with me. Nikki Valvano is the producer of the biggest Louisville-centric show in the state of Kentucky. Repeat. Nikki Valvano is the producer of the most influential Louisville radio show in the entire state of Kentucky. And what I'm saying is the truth, y'all. Like, I know it sounds arrogant. Our show is the most influential in the state of Kentucky. Period. Nikki's the producer of said show. So for somebody to insinuate that the producer of the most influential Louisville show in the state is a guy who comes in drunk once a week is fucked up. And I don't care if it's a joke or not. We work at ESPN Louisville. This is a big time brand. This show, Marcus Maven, Steve Rummage, Nikki Valvano, it's a big time deal. It's a big time show. It has big time statewide influence. Y'all hear them callers? They listening from every corner of the state, every corner of the nation. Louisville fans are everywhere, all around this country. Listen, potential ADs, potential head coaches, they're listening to this show all around the country. And by default, we want to know what Kentucky's doing on ESPN 680. Because we're both ESPN Louisville. And you just said the producer of the most influential show of Louisville-centric show in the state, in the nation. The most Louisville-centric influential show in the nation. The producer's a part-time alcoholic that can't come to work sober 5 days a week. Y'all let that sink in. Y'all think that's okay? It's not. Good night, everybody. Get some good sleep.